Hi everyone, I'm Andy, and today I'm going to show you how I transformed my outdated dining room set into a beautiful and functional piece of furniture. I couldn't stand the old and worn out look of my dining set anymore, and I decided to take matters into my own hands. With a little bit of elbow grease and some paint, I was able to flip this set and give it a new lease on life. 2 weeks ago, I started this project by reupholstering one of the chairs. It was a great way to test out my skills and get a feel for the project before tackling the whole set. I started by disassembling the chair, and after checking that the pre-cut foam I had bought was adequate, I started removing the old staples. For this, I used a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. I found a beautiful fabric that complemented the new paint color. It is a very dark navy blue that almost looks as black. I cut it and then I secured it using staples. Not only did this give me a chance to practice, but it also allowed me to see the potential for the rest of the set and get excited about the finished product. As you can see, this dining set was in dire need of a makeover. The finish was dull and faded, and the chairs were uncomfortable. I knew that with a little bit of love and attention I could bring this set back to life and create a space that I would love to gather in. After numbering and disassembling the chairs, the next step in the refinishing process was to clean and prep the surfaces. I started removing all the dirt and grime with a wet cloth and soapy water. And then rinsed everything with clean water. I used to have another dining set, but it was a gift from my ex, so I sold it to a friend. I bought this one because I wanted to refinish it, but I never had the time to do it. The lady who sold it to me for $120 said that it was original holm oak. Well, maybe the wood of the chairs, but the tabletop is particle board and veneer. I sanded down the tabletop and the chairs to remove any old finish and rough spots. I started with 120 and then continued with 180 grit. You can see the differences in tone of the wood. Here's a close-up of the wood veneer and the old finish. I don't like the yellow and dark brown, but I perfectly know what I want to do here. I continued sanding and then I remembered that I had a vacuum adapter. So I inserted it into my orbital sander and secured it with electric tape. I got this idea from Angie over at Transcend Furniture Gallery. After cleaning and getting rid of the dust, I continued with the chairs. I'll be using chalk paint, so I don't need to get rid of the finish completely. I just want some texture for my paint to adhere nicely. Next, it was time to add the new finish. I made the decision to give the tabletop and the backs of the chairs a fresh and airy whitewash finish. For my whitewash, I used white latex and water, in a ratio of 40% paint and 60% water. After brushing the wash, you simply wipe off the excess with a lint-free cloth. In this case, I'm using an old t-shirt. I must confess that I got this color scheme from a video I watched a year ago from Katie over at Salvage from Katie Scott. I'll leave a link to her video in the description below. After staining the top with the whitewash, I applied a coat of Outdoors water-based polyurethane in satin finish. I did it because I didn't have any more indoor poly and because it's got UV protection. I don't know how I didn't record the whitewash to this detail of the chairs, but here's a pic of them. After protecting the whitewash of the chairs, it was time to start painting. I decided to paint the set in a beautiful charcoal black. I applied 2 coats of paint, letting each coat dry completely before applying the next. The top of the table is not level, and I need to disassemble it to see why. I scuff sanded the border. And then started taking the top out. After a close examination, it seems it is a factory defect, or maybe a deformation after years of holding weight only on one side. After many experiments, I discovered that I could have a level top adding 2 mini slats on the side that was lower. So I cut 2 pieces and secured them with screws and glue. And I sanded aside in order to make the transition smoother. After scuff sanding the base, it was time to start painting it. I replaced the top and painted the border. With an artist brush, I retouched some of the spots I could not reach with a big brush. And then a quick trip to the hardware store for more poly. Then it was time to top coat everything in order to protect the finish and add a satin shine. I'd like to thank all of my supporters such as Erica and Jennifer, and an unknown supporter that invited me coffee. I will save all those cups to buy many things I need, such as sandpaper, an oscillating tool, and even an external hard disk for my videos. You can also check my Amazon wishlist below if you want to help my channel that way. I applied 2 coats of top coat to all the set. I love top coat. I gave the top 5 coats of poly for extra protection. If you like this type of content, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And finally, the tedious but necessary upholstering of the 3 remaining chairs. Hey everyone, I'm so excited to announce that I have a special membership program available for my viewers. If you love my videos and want to be a part of the community, then you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. With my Primer membership, you'll get access to exclusive perks like custom emojis, exclusive videos and posts, and more. But wait, there's more. If you upgrade to my Top Coat membership, you'll get all the benefits of the Primer membership plus exclusive content, live streaming, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, photos, and status updates. This is your chance to get even more involved with my channel and be a part of the action. So what are you waiting for? Join now and become a member today. Do you remember my outdated dining room set? And here's the final result. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It looks so much brighter and cleaner, and it's much more comfortable to sit in. I can't wait to host my next dinner party and show off my work. Refinishing a dining room set is a great way to breathe new life into a tired piece of furniture. If you're feeling inspired to give it a try, go ahead and give it a go. I promise you won't regret it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more DIY and home improvement tutorials. Happy refinishing!